All right, here we go. And oh man, here it is. Let's try it. Oh man, that was cool. Well, so much for consistency. I over the weekend we went over to um a wedding. That was super fun. We saw family get married. That was super awesome. We were able to get back into a hometown and just be around that vibe, and it felt really awesome, really great. Um, but also at the same time, it's like there's like a lot of stuff that's happening. Um, a lot of really like sad, things that were just going on around like the world, and not that I'm trying to address the whole world. I mean, just like people that I know, and like loss. There's like a lot of loss, and that was kind of a strange thing to see and kind of like experience. Um, Not because there isn't loss in around me or people that I know. It's just that it's it's hard to fathom um that the depths of that, and part of me is always trying to understand how we can, uh, even from like a sideline perspective, take a moment to reflect, because sometimes you don't know these folks, or you're not really in community with them, so it's really hard to just be like, oh hey, like, what's up, how's it going, how are you doing. So I think it's, for me, it was just like, okay, take a second, take a beat. Let's kind of take a second to really think about certain things, and um just got back on it, wanted to get back on this, and have to get back on this, because that's the only way that this is going to work, and this is the only way that we can actually put some tangible progress forward. I think one thing that I've been kind of like deliberating on, it's like, okay, like, we know that practice, it makes improvements, and we get that flow of progress going, and it feels great. Um, but I think the hard part is like actually sticking with it, and like wanting to continuously put in like time. I think that there is this like trope where, and it's so funny because there's so many other worlds where this is real. It's like there is this meme where if you do martial arts, like, let's, for instance, jiu-jitsu, like they talk about how like blue belts are like infamous for just getting their blue belt and then just disappearing, which is insane. I luckily, have been able to get my purple belt, but that's nor here nor there. But it's so funny how mentally I will compartmentalize and be like, oh, that's a whole different world. That doesn't necessarily mean the same thing. And it's exactly the same thing. It's like 100% the same thing. Same thing with golf, right? During the pandemic, you couldn't do anything with other folks, so the only thing that you could do is like go to the driving range and hope they don't tell you to put on your mask while you're outdoors. But you would go to the driving range, and that was kind of like the thing. But you would invest time, invest the ability to know knowledge, and then you think to yourself, oh, like, like somehow this instrument is gonna like gain XP by like the fact that I, from a scale of 1 to 100, you got to like a 40, which is like the threshold that like the majority of folks don't ever get to. But what about the remaining 60, right? Like you entered the 4 realm, right? The 4 realm is like you understand some theory, you understand some dexterity, you have some understanding of rhythm, and I'm being pretty granular about this because I think a lot of folks say, you give the title of good, that's a good player, or that's someone who's like really good. It's like, I don't know. I think we subconsciously maybe diminish the status of what it means to be an effective player, and then we sit like kind of like idly by and just kind of say, oh yeah, like folks like in Nashville, like Tom Bukovac or Justin Ostrander, you're just like, oh yeah, those guys are pros. Those guys are like the threshold or the bar that you want to reach, right? And then But somehow that like you're not making that connection. That's like the time investment is necessary. But yeah, like that was it's kind of something I was like reminiscing on and just kind of like think about. It's just like, man, like so weird that we all have different coping mechanisms with like stuff that happens, and you know I'm trying to really establish mine. Like this is the best that I could do. Like this is where I kind of can live for the time being, and just pursue it, and just you know, the like, why not? You know, the worst thing that can happen is you gotta know, and that's okay. Yeah. So, all right, what am I jamming on today? When I was selling, it was in G, right? Yeah, that was a pretty cool little thing that I was kind of messing with. Kind of mess with the right, the right. Like if we play it again, I was kind of like doing this kind of thing. Let's see. Right, da da da. I'm really turn on that little click thingy. Shout out Quad Cortex for having it. That was pretty cool, right? Alright. Let's do like a dub, maybe? Something like that. Nah, not like that. Just do. Yeah. Something like that. It was like. All right. I think that was long enough. Oh, man. 17 minutes. Yo, I need to shorten these. These need to be way shorter. Anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. Next one.